What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Joel Friday TV. I am Joel Friday. Welcome to the show. A few announcements before we get started. Hit that like button, smack it. Lay the smack down on like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and the message out. Can you guys see this? Oh, shoot. Like that? Yeah. Get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys know, we are live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Punchy.tv. Guess what, y'all? We back on all platforms. We fixed it out. We fixed it. We worked it out. And as of now, it's looking like we're back on all platforms. And at any point during the show, guess what you can do? You can call in 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773, and we can get into whatever you want to get into. All right? You can call in. Amazing stuff. Happy to be back on those platforms. Facebook peeps was mad at me. IG peeps was mad at me, but we back on there, so forgive me. I told you we would, and we back. So praise God. Amazing stuff. If for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV, or go directly to the YouTube live chat, hit the super chat button, send your question or comments there, and I'll read them live on air. You know what I mean? C-South says, Joel, that shirt's too small. This is a large. No. Nah. But make sure you guys, if you want to send your question or comments in, you can do that by going to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. All right? And I'll read them live on air. Amazing stuff. Listen. We got to go on a ride today. You know why? Because Hannah's missing. And I just spent a lot of time, I don't know about a lot of time, but doing some research on this disappearance of Hannah. Right? Give me 1 second as I pull up the pictures here. But Hannah is a 30-year-old young lady from Hawaii, who happened to be on her way to New York City, right? Where she got a new job, and she was going to start her new position. Okay? And while Hannah was doing that job, oh no, hold on. I'm making stuff up because I can't multitask. But Hannah was on her way to New York City to start that job, is what I'm trying to say. And she lands in LAX. And her flight she misses her flight. And then all hell breaks loose, according to the reports, right? So we're going to get into that. I'm just making sure I have all these pictures ready for you guys so you guys can see who this person is. But Hannah. Now, let me pull it up again. Hannah, I forgot her last name. I'm just going to put Hannah missing girl, so I can show you guys what she looks like. Because Hannah is an interesting person. I don't know her, but Hannah got a lot going on, okay? So, okay, the internet is a little bit slow right now, so we're going to come back to this. But it's all good. We got it. So, this is from I got some clips I want to show you guys because we're gonna try to make sense of this story with Hannah. Hannah, Kobayashi. Hannah Kobayashi. There we go. She's a 30-year-old girl from Hawaii, and she went missing after missing her connecting flight from LAX to New York to start a new job. Okay. And she was set to go on the flight. She landed in LAX, missed the LAX flight. And then, like I said, all hell broke loose. She actually was going to New York to start this new job, but she was also going with her ex-boyfriend. They had planned to go to New York anyway, right? According to the reports. Her and her ex-boyfriend planned to go to New York. At the time, they were together when they made the plans. And by the time it was actually time to go to New York, they broke up, right? But nonetheless, her and her boyfriend still were going to go to New York anyway, right? And then they were going to break up and go their separate ways once they got to New York. According to reports, that was their plans. Well, also according to reports, the boyfriend got to LAX. He got on the flight, made it there safely, right? But Hannah didn't get to the LAX, get on her plane. The LAX rollover plane. What's it called? Not rollover. But you know what I'm saying. I'm black. She got on her connecting flight that was supposed to take her to New York that was in LAX. She was supposed to get on it, but she missed it. Allegedly, she missed it. We don't know. So what I want to do today is we're going to go on a ride, y'all. We're going to dig into this. We're going to make sense of it. I got some interesting information. This is such an interesting story to me. And I got some information I want to share with you guys. Some twists, some turns, some flips. We're going to get into it. This first clip, which kind of breaks down the stuff, is from CBS Mornings. Here's where CBS Mornings explains the story. Here we go.
A family in Hawaii is searching desperately for a loved one after her trip to take her new job turned into a missing persons case. The family says 30-year-old Hannah Kobayashi was heading to New York City and vanished during a layover in Los Angeles. That was followed by another family tragedy. Andres Gutierrez spoke with the missing woman's sister.
I will not give up until I find her.
Sydney Kobayashi says her sister Hannah, an aspiring photographer, left Maui for New York City to start a new job on November 8th. After missing her connecting flight in Los Angeles, her family thought she was going to take a later flight and go sightseeing.
Here's the LeBron James event.
The next day, she was spotted at a Nike event at the Grove Shopping Mall. But soon after, Hannah's family became concerned.
We started getting cryptic messages. There was things saying that she felt unsafe, she was afraid.
One text read, "I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening. I'm heading back to the airport. I might need some help getting there."
On November 11th, Hannah went radio silent. On that same day, security cameras at this tram stop near the Crypto.com arena captured her leaving with a stranger. Her family and volunteers have flooded the area with these missing persons flyers with the hope that her face can jog someone's memory.
So she missed the flight. She ends up in LA. And I guess she's looking around. But while this is happening, she's in contact with her family and friends, sending text messages. We're going to get into those text messages coming up here shortly as well. She's sending text messages back and forth. And the family is concerned about these text messages, right? And she's not quite clear. Hannah's not quite clear with the family what's going on. So the family, is nervous. At one point, she stops texting the family. And the family starts worrying and gets the police involved, right? Then the police get involved and they report a missing case report. And now they're on this search, right? The family flies into Los Angeles where she allegedly went missing. And they're looking, right? They're holding the missing person signs. They're asking all around. They're trying to, figure out where Hannah is. Where is Hannah? Right? Then a strange twist happened in the midst of the search. A twist nobody expected. And I want to share what that twist was in the middle of their search for Hannah Kobayashi. This is from Inside Edition. Here's where a shocking twist takes place in the search of Hannah. Lord have mercy.
It's a tragic and unexpected turn in the mystery of the tourist from Hawaii who went missing in Los Angeles. Her grief-stricken father, who rushed from Hawaii to lead the search for Hannah Kobayashi, has killed himself. The LAPD confirms that 58-year-old Ryan Kobayashi ended his life after he jumped from the 7th floor of this parking garage near the airport. Just 7 days ago, Jim Murray spoke with the distraught father and Hannah's aunts.
What do you think happened?
I'm just twisting and turning for the last week about what's going on. It just seems like everything's coming at a blur, and it's just so overwhelming at times. It's just, I wouldn't wish up on anybody.
A statement released on behalf of the family said, the Kobayashi family endured a devastating tragedy today. After tirelessly searching throughout Los Angeles for 13 days, Hannah's father tragically took his own life. This loss has compounded the family's suffering immeasurably. We spoke to Hannah's aunt late today.
We just believe that it was all because of a broken heart. He was just a father looking for his daughter, and he just couldn't take it any longer.
Hannah Kobayashi missed a connecting flight to New York from LAX on November 9th. Her family became worried after she sent a text saying, "I got tricked into pretty much giving away all my funds." She was seen on surveillance at the Grove Shopping Center on November 10th and remains missing. The interview we conducted with her father is now hauntingly poignant.
Ryan, look, this is every dad's nightmare. How are you doing? What are your concerns?
My only concern right now is just for Hannah's safety.
So sad. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, you can get help. Just call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. The number is 988.
Not the daddy. Not the daddy. We needed him to hold it down. We needed him to hold the family down during this time. And he couldn't do it. He lost the battle to the mind and killed himself, jumped off the building. That could be saying a lot. The father's condition, the mental condition, can be saying a lot about the family, a lot about the daughter, but that's for another time. Maybe we'll get into it a little bit later. But man, and listen, I don't know what that's like. I don't know how I would respond if I was in this situation. I don't know, right? But man, imagine the whole family is distraught about her missing, right? And then the father, the rock of the family, was supposed to be, commits suicide as well. On top of the grief the family is already experiencing, not knowing if, Hannah is alive or not, and now the father kills himself. Man, what a situation, right? A lot of stuff going on. People in the chat, life insurance. See, as if this was a setup. Listen, I don't know. You never know today, right? You never know what be going on. This is still ongoing for the most part. I think they're closing the case, but you never know what kind of stuff be happening behind the scenes. But I'm not done here, because let's just try to make sense of all this stuff, okay? Let's make sense of. Let's dig into this a little bit more, because I'm trying to understand. Because something's fishy here. And we got another twist and turn for you right. I got another twist for you right here. All right. Let's break this down. and then we'll get to some calls and stuff like that. Okay. So this right here is from well, I went in and looked up a bunch of different sources. And so far CNN has had the best layout of the story. So this is from CNN. Hold on one second. Let me make sure this is right. Boom. Bow. This is from CNN, right? We're going to go through the timeline of when, what's her name? Was Hannah was going through all this stuff. So let me pull this up. Boom. All right. November 8th is the very beginning, okay? Keep that in mind. November 8th is the very beginning. Hannah flies from Maui to Los Angeles airport and plans to fly to New York. She was traveling on the same itinerary as her ex-boyfriend, both initially planning to take a flight at the airport. The ex-boyfriend, unlike Hannah, boards his connecting flight. Surveillance camera shows Hannah Kobayashi leaving the plane wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and tie-dye leggings. Right? So they're saying that she left the plane. I don't know if that part is true. I kind of want to believe that she just missed the flight, but maybe not, right? But here's where it starts to get more fishy. Let's keep going. November 9th, Hannah is seen at the Taishin bookstore in the Grove Shopping Center in Los Angeles. The same day, she makes Venmo transactions to two unidentified individuals. Okay, so November 9th, this is where it gets interesting. Oh, you guys can't even see me. What the? This is where it gets interesting. November 9th, she is in LA because she missed her flight, right? So she has to wait for the next day or whatever, right? So that makes sense. She's wants to browse around LA while she's waiting, right? She sends some transactions to some unidentified individuals. We don't know what that's about, but she's in LA. But let me show you the place in LA where she was. Okay? Let me show you guys that place. Because this is where she was. She was at the Grove in LA. Check this out. She was at the Grove in LA, right? That's her on the bottom right. She was at the Grove in LA. November 8th through the 10th was this little LeBron basketball game, basketball event, right? They set up this event at the Grove where you could like shoot and play basketball for this LeBron James event, right? That same day, November 9th, which where Hannah is, right there, we could see Hannah. I was there too. What the? I was there the same date. I was there with Hannah. Well, not with her. I didn't know who she was. But I was there that same date. The reason why I know is because that event only lasted 2 days. November 9th was a Saturday. I was there at the Apple Store on Saturday. Didn't see her though. But I went up to that little place, that little event, and I was looking at what's going on here at the Grove. And I looked in there and they were playing basketball, and I looked around. I went to the Nike store because there was like some things going on at the Nike store. I was there. We were both at the same place, me and Hannah. Hannah and I were both there sharing the same air on the same day. I don't know what time she was there and what time I was there and if that links up. But I was there that exact day. When I read this, I was like, what the? Anyway, let's move on. Let's go back. So moving on, November 10th, a YouTube video surfaces showing Hannah at the event, the Nike store, where she shared a photo on her Instagram and she was wearing like Nikes and stuff. Look, and doing her thing. And then November 11th, moving on. So this is 2 days later, or 1 day later, November 11th. This was the last day anyone was in contact with her. She texts her mother telling her she hasn't reached New York yet. She also sends alarming messages to her friends saying, "Deep hackers wiped my identity, stole all my funds, and have had me on a mind F since Friday, and I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds." Okay? So she's saying this to her family and friends, that she's got tricked. Deep hackers took her identity, and she basically has her convinced to give away all her money. Surveillance footage from this day shows Hannah at the downtown Los Angeles metro station, the train station near the crypto arena, which used to be the Staples Center, which is not too far from where I am now. Crypto.com arena, accompanied by a unidentified person, right? Her family said that according to the video, she does not appear to be in good condition, right? So she's at the metro station with this random person nobody knows, and that's the last time that she, according to her family, at this date, she was seen. The individual seen with Hannah at the metro station was cooperative in the investigation and was interviewed. Interesting. Hannah and the individual met at LAX, blah, blah, blah. Hannah checked her luggage through to New York, but requested her bags to be sent back to LAX. Interesting. She requested her bags be sent back to LAX. On this day, Hannah was seen retrieving her luggage at the baggage carousel, LAX, before traveling to Union Station to buy a ticket to San Isidro, an area of San Diego close to the U.S.-Mexico border. It's getting interesting. Oh, it's getting interesting. Because why, according to CNN, why is she now trying to go to Mexico? Right? November 12th, this is where the twist comes. Hannah crosses the U.S. border into Mexico, and she was alone, by herself. She went by herself to Mexico with her luggage and appeared unharmed, right? And all this is happening. They're conducting this investigation, and then 2 weeks later, the father is found dead. Committed suicide, jumped off the LAX building, according to the reports. And they're saying he died of he had a broken heart, and that's why he jumped and all that stuff, right? But I want to get into the text messages, all right? Because we get the story. That's the timeline for the most part, right? If you want to know the details, you can read it on your own. But let's just get to the point I want to make here. Hold on, let me go back. All right. Oh. So, I want to get into these text messages because it's getting fishy to me. It's getting fishy, like, you missed the flight, which is fine. You're texting your family, which is interesting. But then you end up in Mexico, right? Not anywhere else. Not taking a train, not taking anywhere else back to where you're from or back to a safe place. You're going to Mexico. Why are you going to Mexico? Right? Joel, a true crime channel now. That's right, Lil C. I'm giving you guys all the scoop on everything. God, crime, politics. Come on. One-stop shop, JFTV. Okay, anyway, let's get to the text messages. This is where it gets kind of fishy. Fishier. It's already fishy. So, let's go here. Let's look at these text messages. She says, oh shoot, give me a second because I can't read that. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull it up here because I have the text messages here. This is where it starts to get kind of funny. Because I'm looking at these messages and I'm wondering, how is the family not seeing something is weird here? All right. Boom. Boom. Okay, here we go. So this is Hannah. And Hannah's talking to her friend, right? And she's telling her friend, I have stuff of value here. And then the friend goes, you can go to the police, to the DMV. There are resources. She says, I just need a rest. I'll think better. And then her friend's like, yeah, I'm really confused. And then Hannah's like, but it's very complicated. And her friend's like, well, did you get catfished? Like, what's going on? What happened? And she says, Matrix Underworld, bleep, girl. Like Matrix Underworld type stuff. This is way beyond me, she's telling her friend, right? And her friend said, did you get catfished by some dude you were talking to on the internet? And she says, no, we met. So there's another guy involved. According to these text messages, another guy involved that she met before, but yet she was also meeting out here in LA. Right? She says, I can't explain all of it. Just please be open to what I'm saying, or please be open with this, please. And her friend's like, if you can't explain it, then what am I supposed to think? Right? Doesn't stop there. Then more text messages. Hannah talks to her friend again and says, I might go to a homeless shelter. Right? And her friend's like, you should go back to Maui. And she tells her friend, I literally can't, love. And her friend says, you shouldn't be spending money to continue traveling. You have a home and you need to go back to it. Yes, you can. Where's your ID? Hannah says, I have it and my passport. Her friend says, go buy a plane ticket to Maui. And then Hannah says, it's a really long story, hun. Listen, I ain't no professional in text messages, but this doesn't sound very alarming. She doesn't sound like she's in that much danger. She's using hun, love. She sounds real calm. Matrix, she's using references, movie references. I mean, this is Matrix type stuff, girl. That doesn't sound too alarming, right? It doesn't sound like she's in danger. It doesn't sound like any of that. It sounds like she's quite okay. Anyway, and her friend tells her to go to the Hawaiian Airlines, blah, 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 right? And then there's that. And then there's more. Here's another message that comes. It's getting weird. Here's where she says, hi, loves. Yeah. Right, but you weren't, so you weren't listening to the show. I got to that part. Oh, you did? Dang, you got caught. Jesse came in to give me more information, but he wasn't watching JFTV because I already explained that part. What the? Anyway, let's keep it going. Hannah gets another text message here. You guys probably already read it, cheaters. Hannah says, hi, loves. Already. What the? Hi, loves. I just finished a very intense and spiritual awakening. I'm charging my phone and heading back to the airport to get to NYC. I might need some help getting there. It's a long story. I'll keep you posted. I think I still have my hotel room. Right? So those are the text messages. And I have a couple more, and then we're going to break down. We're going to get into some opinions here. I got some opinions to share. You know what I'm saying? I got some opinions to share. Couple more text messages that I want to mention. She says, deep hackers wiped my identity. We talked about that. Stole all my funds and have me on a mind F since Friday. And she goes on to say, I got tricked to pretty much giving away all my funds. We got to that. And then she says, I'm just really scared, love. And the redwoods are calling me and I know I'm meant to be there. I'm being guided there. What the? Like you have before. I risk my freedom if this goes wrong for me, hun. So the family at this point is lost. The family at this point is confused because they're like, she's sending messages that don't make sense, but yet she's using language like hun and love, which doesn't show that she's in panic mode or she's in trouble. She's not saying send help. She's not saying help me. She's sending text messages while she's missing, but they're casual casual conversations. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then now the information is coming out that she's in Mexico. So there's some type of agenda here that seems to be hidden at Hannah's true intentions here. Because now I'm questioning Hannah. Now I'm looking at Hannah, right? Because Hannah's not being clear. Hannah's not informing the family what's going on. Hannah's having fun, it seems like. Well, I don't know. But Hannah's talking about hun and love and spiritual awakening and making movie references and saying all this stuff, but not being clear with her family what's going on. Meanwhile, the father commits suicide and everything. All this stuff is going on. And I'm just wondering, like, what is Hannah up to? Because she meets up with this guy that nobody even knew about. None of her friends even knew about this man, right? No, none of her friends knew about this man. And she meets up with him and doesn't go to New York. And then it seems like she's like got involved into some, I don't know, spiritual awakening type stuff. Whatever that could be, right? We can only assume stuff at this point. But then she's saying that she feel like it's some type of Matrix ordeal, right? So are they brainwashing her? Is she joining some type of cult? Or is she becoming is she being trafficked? We don't know, but what we do know is that she's not in that much panic about it. So is this planned? What's going on here? What is going on here? And also keep in mind, they stopped the investigation because the police were like, we have no reason to suspect that she's in any harm. We just found out that she's in Mexico now, and she arrived in Mexico, according to the reports and according to video footage, by herself, right? So we have no reason to suspect that she is in any type of trouble. But let's just say she's not in trouble. Look at the trouble she's caused back home. She probably got all her family. They're probably spending all kinds of money to make sure this missing person search happens. And then the father commits suicide. The sister and the aunt is distraught. All right, they're confused. They're lost. They're going through it. Like, going through all this stuff for what reason is the question. What reason? It's so interesting to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's them, not her. That's what Serge said. Serge saying it's them. What do you mean, Serge? That it's them. CG says, we know that Satan is her daddy this far. What's going on? Hannah's not. But I wanted to talk about the daddy a little bit, and then I'll get to you guys the super chats to see if you guys are talking about the subject at hand. Or I'll just get to them anyway, but I want to talk about the daddy for a second. What is the daddy got going on? Right? We think it was you. Everybody think it's me now. Hopefully the police don't show up at my door. Like, I heard you were also at the scene of her being missing. I was there. I didn't see her. I ain't got no information for you, Popo. I was there, though. That was so crazy when I seen it. I was like, wait, how long was that event? Looked it up. 2 days? What day was she there? The 9th? I was there the 9th. I felt like I was a part of something big. Do I get a cut? I was there. Do I get a cut? Some type of income for just being there? You know how you get a reward if you have like some information? Is there a reward for just being there? But I want to talk about the dad really quick. Is that I don't know nothing about him. And I don't know what I would do if I was in this situation, right? Because the Satan is busy at all times, right? Any opportunity he has to get in there, deceive you, destroy your mind, and kill you, he will. That's his job. He wants to destroy. He doesn't have any rules to who. He doesn't care who. He just wants to bring them into his kingdom, hell. That's his plan. He wants to steal all people away from God, and anybody on earth who still has a chance, he don't want them to have a chance. So any opportunity he gets, he's going to steal. And that's what, unfortunately, I don't know where he went. The father went afterwards, but the father lost the battle to the mind. But it makes me wonder, what was his mental condition, raising a young girl? You know what I mean? How does that play into the story here? He's not at fault because she's of age. We don't want to go down that path. But this father who you would hope he would be the strength for the family in this moment, right? To stand firm, right? And to be the strength for the family. You would hope that a father is there to do that. But he lost the battle to the mind. And unfortunately, the family is suffering even more now. It's crazy stuff. But what part did he have to play in the story? There's so many layers. But right now, I'm questioning Hannah, what she had going on. Because I don't think that, it's hard for me to believe that she was just completely deceived. Maybe so, though. Maybe she was kind of deceived because, you meet people and you don't quite know. And you kind of just, I don't know, figure it out. And then you go. And who knows what could happen, right? So maybe she just thought that she, knew what she was getting into. And she ended up meeting this guy. I don't know. She said she met him once, according to reports, right? She met him before. So he wasn't a random guy. She knew him. I don't know if she knew him, but she met him before. But I don't know. She didn't tell the family that she was going with this person, right? This guy. So, who knows? Who knows what's going on? Give Joelle his reparations. Who knows what's going on, but I'm questioning her because she's now in Mexico. Well, I don't know if she's now in Mexico, but I know she went to Mexico at some point. Whether she's still there, whether she's still alive, I guess we don't know, but she made it to Mexico safely on her own, according to the reports. So it's just weird stuff that be going on, y'all. Be careful. Just be careful. Be aware. And keep your eyes open. Because when she said, I'm just really scared, love, and the redwoods are calling me and I know I'm meant to be there. What's the redwoods? I'm being guided there like you have before. I rest my freedom if this goes wrong for me, hun. Like if she's about to get inducted into the Illuminati or something. You know what I mean? But it seemed like she ain't that scared. She ready to go. So it almost feels like thrills involved of like seeing the reaction from the family members as well. Like I'm doing something crazy, but I'm kind of down with it, but I also am kind of not sure that where this might turn, but let me just see what my family and friends have to say. But the family and friends are asking like, here, give us some more information. Where are you at? Go back to the airport, da-da-da. And she's like avoiding really answering their questions. It's like, I don't know. I thought this was pretty interesting. Joelle will bump into her at the Grove. A lot of the places that she went to, a lot of the places that she went to are not that far from the local areas of LA. I mean, like popular areas. So that's crazy. And there's another story too. I'm not going to get to it today. Maybe another day. Another story of a wife got hit. A wife and a husband got married. On their wedding day, they're leaving in a golf cart to go somewhere. I don't know. Probably around the corner on a golf cart. And they get hit by a drunk driver and the wife gets killed on their wedding day. She dies. Then the father is in the court because it's an ongoing case right now. And as the drunk driver pleads guilty, it was a woman. As she pleads guilty, the father is like, I will never forgive you. You heard, like he's crying, right? He's going, I'll never forgive you. You have destroyed this family. I don't care if you say sorry 1,000,000 times. I can never, ever, ever forgive you. And I never will forgive you. You destroyed this family. Da, da, da. And I'm thinking like, what is going on here in the world? And like I said, I don't know what I would do in this situation. And I don't know what he's going through or anything. So I can't say that I wouldn't do the same or that he's just a crazy person. But I will say this objectively is that he's showing he's revealing too much. And all people, men and women, are to be firm, right? Be strong for those around us. And when I'm seeing these fathers break down like this, it sucks because I know that they're going through a lot, right? That whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's not examples of strength. I'm like, man, it's sad to see that the men are responding in these ways. Because I remember seeing videos and like news stories and usually it's always the wife or the girlfriend or whatever or the mother that's the one breaking down. But now you're seeing the stories and the fathers are breaking down, right? Losing all of it, just losing it. And everything spilling out and pouring out. You know what I mean? So it's just not to make this about men being weak, but it just shows the image of men right now. So it's unfortunate. All you gotta do is wish them well. That's all you can do. You wish the family well. All that stuff. People be going through real stuff. Like what the crazy stuff. People be going through some crazy stuff. But You never know. Life is just be lifing. Right? You can go unconscious, end up in the same situation, and you also don't want to judge and say, get carried away in the opinions, because it can be you. It can be you. At any moment, you can say, hey, he should have did. Well, hey, you don't know what you would do if you were in that same exact situation. You don't know how you would react. You don't know if you would lose your cool. You don't know if you'd be worse. So you just wish people well. That's all you can do. All right, y'all. That's about it for that. This is a talk show. Lines are open, 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. Lines are open. Let me check the super chat. Ray says, Joel, I need to see you on some skates. Show us your moves. How long you been skating? That's funny. When I go to the rink, I find that some men keep going through. Sounds interesting, but I don't fully understand. Put your skin. Anyway, when I go to the rink, I see people recording videos of themselves all the time, like of their tricks and stuff like that. And I'm pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't say I'm the best one out there, but I've been doing my thing. But the point is, I don't have no desire to put it on video or nothing like that. Like, I don't want to tell nobody, here, record this. I don't really have an interest to do that. If I end up at one point having an interest, then maybe I'll do it. But I just be liking to go out there and do my little thing and listen to music and then kind of just skate around to the music. And I just be doing my own thing. I don't even really be talking to nobody over there either. You know what I mean? I'll say like hello here and there. But I just be doing my own thing. I just be wanting to be in my own little lane and just like have my little thrills for the moment. That's it. So I don't really be having interest in that, in recording and posting and trying to be a famous anything or any kind of. So I don't know about a video, but how long have I been doing it? Man, I remember going to the skating rink when I was little. My cousins and I, we used to always go, but we used to do the rollerblades. We used to do the rollerblades because we thought that we were too cool for the skates, the 4-wheel skates. So we used to be on the rollerblades, and all our little crushes used to go to the skating rink too. Cause that's where like you would go. That was one of the things to do. You would go to a skate rink, and then your little crush, and you would go, and then the girls would stand in the middle of the rink, and as the cute boys were passing by, they would high five the girls that would stand across in the middle of the rink. Right? They would wait for the guys to high five them, so we would just be high fiving. We were so excited to go to the rink, my cousins and I. It was so fun. And then I remember there was this one cute girl that was at the rink. We were like, how old were we, like 12? There's one cute girl that was there, and I was like, oh, she's cute. And my cousin's like, oh, she is cute. And we both liked her. And my cousin got her. I was ticked. And he he liked her and she liked him. I was so ticked. I was like, what the? Because in my head, you know how you already imagined that she was your girl? You already imagined you guys together? That's what I was doing. I was like, that's my girl. And he got her, and she didn't like me. I was ticked. And that's usually how it went with my cousin and I. He was always more confident. So he would always, when it came to talking to girls, he would always be the one to get them. He was my Mexican cousin. He was Mexican. Yeah, I had a Mexican cousin because my mom and anyway, long story. But he was my Mexican cousin, blood too. And he used to always get the girls, and even if I liked him and he liked them, I always knew I wasn't going to get him. He was going to get him. And it always happened that way. Because he was real confident and outgoing, and I was just real nice and sweet, but weak. Beta. So the girls didn't really want me. They wanted to be around me and be my friend, but they didn't want to be with me. So my cousin had all the girls, but that's how that happened. But shout out to my cousin. He passed away, though, when he was 21. Motorcycle accident. Be careful on the motorcycles. It ain't a game. Everybody I know on a motorcycle every single person I know who had a motorcycle has crashed. So be careful on them things. Anyway. Let's keep it going. Oh shoot, I gotta end in a second. What the? Amazing stuff. I'm reading chat right now, guys. So if it looks weird and you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just reading chat a little bit before I end here. Kismo says, cute boys? What? We weren't looking at the boys, Kismo. I don't know if there was cute boys there. Referring to us at the skating rink. Riff Raff, Joel, Jesse says no thrills. Yeah, I know. I get all my little thrills out at the skating rink. So when my thrills be coming up and I be not letting them come out, I just be watching them. Well, I release them all at the skating rink. So that's where all my thrills go, Riff Raff. Chris says, Joel is just a chill guy like me. Right on, Chris. Shout out. But Chris, you don't like skates. You prefer rollerblades over skates. So I don't know. We might be kind of enemies. And then you call skates beta. Don't come for skates. I identify. Lil C says Joel too cool to record himself. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't have it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot to go out there and record yourself and then be like this. You know what I mean? Like, while you're skating. Like, you kind of just want to just be in the moment and just enjoy the skating. Right? Instead of being like, I don't know. It just feels like it takes too much work. Joel gives himself a degeneracy pass to roller skate, says Hake. Zenny says, Joel been skating on ice this whole time? No, not on ice. Not on ice. It's on wood floor. Becca says, ice skating is fun. I only been once and it's hard. But I was all right. Hire a cameraman. That's funny. All right, guys, I gotta end. He Black says, oh. Amy says, get Hake to record you. Oh, yeah, right. Hake will not go to the ring with me. Hake got more important things to do than go record Joel at the skating rink. Chaz Lord Chef says, Joel, I like the roller rink. Right on, Chaz. See, I knew somebody in the chat would understand. Right on, Chaz. I'm a mod you. I'm a demod Chris and mod you. Did you read supers? Let me check the supers and then I got to end, you guys. I got like 1 minute to read supers and then I gotta go. Let me check. Double check in here. Oh, I did get some supers. I didn't see it. Carver 531. Thank you, Chris. Shout out Chris. He's back as mod. Carver says, so the whole chat agrees Joelle kidnapped Hannah. That's not true. Disavow. I rebuke those words. Joelle did not kidnap anyone. Okay. I was just there. I didn't know she was there. I was just at the Apple store, minding my business, and that was it. But if there's a reward to be collected for being there, then I was there. I was there. But I didn't do nothing. Thank you, Carver, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Chaz Lord Chef says, my new friend, she got to walk home through Mexico down. She got to walk home through Mexico down. Chaz, we really might be friends because you might be black like me and you can't spell and I can't read. So we really might be brothers. She got to walk home through Mexico down. I don't know what that means, Chaz, but thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat. Good stuff. All right, guys. That about does it for me. I'm out of here. The story still unfolds. What's going on with Hannah? As more information comes out, then I'll share it with you guys to find out what happened, what she got going on, what the story is. Did the dad commit suicide? Did he not? Is there an agenda? Is the family involved? Is Hannah in the Illuminati? We don't know. We don't know this information, but soon we shall find out. Amazing stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Who knows what we're going to get into? Some more mess. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Punchy.tv. I appreciate the viewership, and I appreciate the comments and the interactions in the chats as well. Amazing stuff. Calls and everything. I appreciate it all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back here tomorrow. Joelle Friday TV across the board. American Anchor Baby coming in at 4 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in. Amazing stuff. Subscribe, share, and like. All right. Bye.